Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to OLC TV for some more Total War 3 Kingdoms. Today we have another viewer request, and this is to do a guide on siege battles, specifically how I fight siege battles. So for this I am not using a composite army based on the viewer's own army setup, but what I would use myself. And so just to go through it very quickly. Over here I'm using Cao Cao's own generals as an example for this, but I like to have a sentinel, I like to have a strategist, and I like to have a cavalry commander. Now in this case, of course, using Xu Huang and Cao Cao specifically, we're using characters that are slightly different from their standard counterparts in a game. So for this, you can imagine Xu Huang, because of his skills, he's a little bit more like a vanguard than he is a sentinel, whilst Cao Cao is very much more of a very fighty commander, so he sort of fills in for a standard sentinel in this build for me. But I would always have a sentinel, and I would always have probably a vanguard rather than a commander, but I like Cao Cao, so I have Cao Cao here. I take a vanguard because a vanguard has the roar, which terrifies people, which is what Xu Huang brings to this fight. And I take a sentinel because they can buff their surrounding troops, they can debuff the enemy, and they can get really cool specific fighting stats, which are great in duels. So that's why I bring those two all the time. If I can't get my hands on a really good sentinel, then I would take a champion, but that champion's got to be really something special, like a Dian Wei, Xu Chu, Guan Yu, Xiao Dun, for example. Someone who can cause scare, someone who terrifies the enemy, and someone who can cleave units. Commanders I tend not to take unless they really are top-end commanders. Now, for this as well, I am bringing in Xunyo. I'm not bringing in Xunyo for any specific reason, he's just standing in as a strategist. Any strategist will do. Now normally for my strategists I would require them to have either flaming shot or fire arrows for a siege battle. Early game that's not always possible, and I believe Xunyo does not have flaming shot for this. He does have fire arrows, so you're going to see something that's a little bit different. As far as army composition goes, my sentinel I always like to have a lot of saber infantry. Saber infantry are my favoured soldiers, but if I can get hold of some Gen Sword Guard, that will suffice as well. And I like to take some shock troops. Now, early game, these shock troops would be, your Axe Band. Mid game, I'll take the Janmajian infantry. Late game, I may take the Janmajian. I may change them out for the Yellow Axes. It depends on my mood at the time. The Yellow Axes, of course, have the shield and that formation ability that can help a lot. But, basically I just want some shock troops. My strategist, I like to have at least one trebuchet. I don't really care for the other siege weapons that greatly. And I prefer to take archers over crossbows because even though crossbows have more punch when they hit and generally just kill more, for sieges, the archers have fire arrows and they can shoot over the top. And just that flexibility gives me just a little bit more love for the archer than for crossbows on the whole. Now, in a perfect world, I take two trebuchets, and that's what I'm doing for this because this is imagining a perfect world. So in this perfect world, I have two trebuchets. If not, I'll just take one, however many I can afford, but I will definitely take one. I won't take the siege crossbow very often. I might take it in place of a second trebuchet, but I generally don't take it because although it's brilliant in field battle, all I really want from it, from my siege weapons, is the ability to knock holes in walls and throw flaming rocks everywhere. That's what these guys do perfectly well. After that, my cavalry commander. So my cavalry commander will have spear guards. If they can't have spear guards, then that's when you get some G infantry or the like. You're basically your anti-cav units. If I do have G infantry in with the vanguard, for example, then I'm definitely going to be taking some yellow axes as soon as I can up here, just so I can get myself some turtle formation. This ideally works well with turtle formation, and that's why I have spear guards. You don't need to go for really expensive units here. If you can just afford basic spear guards, that's all you need for turtle formation. And then shock cav. I'm not keen on the melee cav. I've never really been sold on the effectiveness of melee cav, and my favourite unit in the game is the heavy tiger and leopard cavalry, so I've got them here for example, and I'll take 4 of them, and this is my perfect army combination for field battles or sieges. It doesn't change. That's what I always go with. Now this unit here I would use to besiege, to fight battles, and to fight outnumbered, and I would win 9.5 times out of 10. As you can see on this, the favour is very much on the defending force. Now, actually, if I was to come up against a garrison like this, I probably wouldn't besiege them. Actually, no, I would. I'd besiege them, but I wouldn't then assault. I'd wait for the end turn, just maintaining the siege, and let them come to me and we fight a field battle where I'd rip them a new asshole. And then I'd take the town in the next turn. However, just to show off the effectiveness of how this formation, this army setup, and how my tactics work, I'm going to take this on. You see, they're more than twice the power ratio in their favour. They should whoop my ass, but I will win. It's going to be a Pyrrhic victory. There are going to be a lot of losses, no question, but I will win this. And I've given these guys a lot of money. They have a lot of missile troops just to help them, because, you know, garrison. All the rest, they've got a good mix of melee troops, and they've got some cavalry as well, just, you know, for the fun of it. And, you know, a pretty good sentinel, but I've mainly gone for strategists for them because generally you find sentinels and strategists as the administrators with the AI. You don't tend to, well, you can, I guess you tend to find some champions as well, but on the whole it tends to be sentinels and strategists, because they give the best bonuses for you developing your commanderies and settlements and all the rest. So I've given them basically some strategists and some sentinels to get by. All of these guys should give them a good variety. They've got some top end troops as well. Playing on romance mode, got realism mode switched on. We've got large armies. We've given everybody lots of cash. They're all of our commanders are up as high as I can throw them. We've got them very hard. It can't go any higher, unfortunately, for this. And we are fighting in Runan. It's settlement level 2, so they're going to have their own siege weapons on the towers as well, just to make it a little bit more difficult. And there's no escalation. So basically, there's no holes in the walls when we attack. All right. Now, before we go into the battle, I'm just going to do a quick visual guide to how my tactics are going to work, and then I'll see you in the fight just after that. See you in a sec. Okay, so this is how I set up for a siege. Imagine the big sort of black L shape you see here is the corner of a walled settlement. I always want to attack the corners. And there are a few reasons why, which I'll discuss in this, but it does give you a few advantages. Now, the first thing as well I want you to look at is my army composition. I like to take 2 trebuchets, as you've already seen. This gives me the advantage in being able to knock 2 sets of holes in the walls, as well as probably some spare flaming shot to take out towers if we have flaming shot. If we don't have flaming shot, then it has to be fire arrows. If we have neither, we're going to lose a few men, basically. But the same tactics, the same style still applies. So the first thing I want you to look at here is I have 2 lots of spearmen. Now, I nearly always take 2 lots of spearmen or spear guards, anyone who can form a turtle formation, basically, in my army. Now, these 2 are going to position themselves forward of the army, getting very, very close to the enemy missile troops, and just generally be a target. When they're in turtle formation, they don't take a huge amount of damage, if any. Of course, if the wall has siege weaponry firing back, they're going to take some damage, but basically these guys are your sacrificial troops. If the AI is stupid enough, or if you're playing another player is stupid enough to loose lots of arrows at them, then great. Then it means your attacking troops in the future don't have to deal with them. But I found that the AI has since been patched, so they don't really focus on turtle formation troops in the same way. But you never know, any arrows they send in their way is better. The main thing is the towers focus on them, really. After that, I'm going to tell my trebuchets to start knocking holes in the wall. Now, like I said before, if they have flaming shot, then they'll take out the towers first, because there should be 2 or 3 towers you can take out from this range, sometimes 4, but you mainly want to focus on the one at the corner and possibly a gatehouse or whatever that's nearby. If they don't have flaming shot, let your archers deal with it. If your archers don't have fire arrows, don't worry about it. Just knock the holes in the wall. Then I want you to have a look at these formations here. I've split my attacking commanders up, so this is where I have my assault troops. I always like to have axes, and I like to have sabres. If you don't have axes and sabres, it's whatever type of assault troops you have, any of your sword-wielding chaps, basically. And they are going to be in shield wall formation if they have it. If they don't, then, you know, try and position them behind guys that do have a shield wall formation, because they're going to advance into the holes. So yeah, 2 lots of them split up, ready to go into the different holes that the trebuchets are going to knock through. And basically, when the walls have come down, that is when we start to advance again our shielded spear guard. So these shielded spear guards still in turtle formation and advance very, very slowly into this gap as a take and hold. This is then going to be followed up by shifting in our hard-hitting commanders, champions, sentinels, vanguards, whoever. Okay, they're going to rush in and also exploit this gap on horseback because, you know, basically your spear guards are not going to be able to hold for too long without a little bit of support. They're going to be so heavily outnumbered in most cases, and just their presence is going to help. Also vanguards, or if you have a sentinel like Xu Huang, Zhang Liao, someone like that, someone who has something a little bit extra about them, or champions who have scare as well, like vanguards who have scare. Anyone who can create a morale debuff in the enemy is going to be super effective here to hit straight away, because then that's when we start to move in our proper killing troops. So our shielded spear guards, they're the guys that have taken the brunt of the fighting so far and the brunt of the arch fire, hopefully. We'll move up the saber infantry behind, or if you have Gen Sword Guard or whoever behind in shield walls. And then if you just have an axe band, they're hidden behind them. If you have G, for example, then you have them behind them. Or if you have, for example, the yellow axes that can form up their own shield wall or their own turtle, they'll move up in formation. But they'll move up behind. Both sides will attack, because as soon as one enemy formation collapses, you can flank the other with your secondary force. Also, as soon as one side collapses, it provides a gap for your cavalry to go through. But whilst this fighting is starting to get bloody, that's when we start to focus on our archers. So if they have been used to take out any of the towers or anything else, they're going to be feeling a little bit under the weather. But it doesn't matter, we need them to come up and support our boys. So they're going to shift up with your strategist and just start laying lots and lots of arrows. And I do prefer archers rather than crossbows in my army, specifically for this reason. They'll shoot over the top, lay down lots of fire, and kill off any of their rear line troops, just making your fight a little bit easier. If they have fire arrows as well, and remember, if you've got vanguards and champions and people who can debuff the morale of the enemy, having fire arrows is also going to affect this, which means that they're going to break faster. And as soon as you have one side break, that's when we unleash the cavalry. The cavalry, main aim, as soon as one side collapses, they're going to rush through whatever that gap is and start to create havoc. Your cavalry is not that much use otherwise in a siege unless you're going to send them round the back of a formation, dismount and climb up a wall, for example, which can be effective in its own way. The main aim is that the cavalry come in and then start to mop up their rear lines as soon as one side's collapsed, cycle charges, speed around, take control of towers and the like that would otherwise whittle down your troops. Alright, that's enough of this. Let's get to see it in action. Okay, here we are. Now, for my setup, I always like to have a corner, and I look for a corner where I have the least amount of towers and gatehouses and everything else to deal with. And this gives me 3, maybe 4 to deal with, so it's not overly threatening. There are other locations like over here, you just want to avoid those. There's too many towers, it's just too much of an effort to take out. Now, unfortunately, because I'm using Shio, we don't have Flaming Shot. Normally I would have Flaming Shot. He's also not high enough level to give me formations, which is slightly irritating too. But hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna drop my shock troops onto holding these. We may not use them. We may use them. It depends. Actually, I'm almost certainly not going to use that. The game gives them to you. Like, sometimes I build them. The towers, I definitely use. These, I don't really use at all. Right. Okay, let's get into it, and I'll show you how I do it. So first thing I'm going to do is knock a hole in the wall here. And I'm going to knock a hole in the wall here. We want to create a position where we're forcing them to split between two sides. And we can use those two sides to basically push through. And when we've pushed through, we will flank one of them. What we're also going to do is advance these guys. They're in turtle formation. They should be able to hold against anything that's coming our way. Oh, that's a lucky fucking shot, man. That's bloody annoying, that. Alright, so this can happen in the sieges. Don't be too concerned about it. We want to try and put these things down as fast as possible. Get holes in the walls, and then we'll be fine. These chaps are advancing, which now means these guys with flaming arrows can advance to take out that arrow tower. You haven't, fortunately. 70%. How are we here? 30%. That's not good. Hit, man. There we go. There we go. We want to bring them down as well, because their crossbows are on the wall. Crossbows are pretty dangerous. Good. First breach. Excellent. Now, what I want is another breach. So we're going to punch another hole here. Not because I'm necessarily going to use it, I just want to give them more areas where they think they have to defend. I may not attack that area, you know? It's true, I may not. But if I do, then they have to position troops there. Right. That's taken out. Now we're going to go and burn this one down. Come on. 90%. Bring that down. Boom. Down. Good. Now shoot at that side, please. Come on, lads. You're going to advance up here. See if we can attract some attention. I want that burning. We're going to lose some archers now. We're going to lose a lot of archers now, but we need to take this out. And it's fine. Like, just get the fire damage up so it's ticking up and isn't coming down again, and then we'll fall back. If we had loose formation, which of course we don't for this battle, then we take a lot fewer casualties. But that's not the case we're in right now. What is wrong with you? Why are you wobbling? Get a grip. Get a grip. Come on. Come on. Burn, burn, burn. Right, they're burning. Fall back. Fall back. All of your shit is down. That's a shame. That does happen. Fair enough. It's fine. Now, we just want that to be brought down. We'll speed things up so that we get to that stage. You're going to shift here. I want you to shift over this side, just so we can hold the ground that we've made. Good, that's broken. Fantastic. Right, now because that's broken, we can start to fling rocks in here. Do you know what? Yeah. Just fling rocks over, right? And then it's now time for Xu Huang and Cao Cao to show what they can do. Start to slow things down. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move my cavalry around this way. And I think we might need this now. Do we need it? No, I don't think we do. What am I doing? We don't need that. We're not going to use that. Get off it. Right. We're preparing ourselves here. He's come out to attack Cao Cao. What a moron. Go, 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 Xu Huang, go. Let's deal with him. Right. Now, I have these guys here in support. They're going to advance to support that gap. You two are going to advance to support that gap. What I want from you and you is also to come up here. Right. So he's going to get absolutely thumped to buggery and back. Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Go! In we go. Cao Cao, in we go. Pop some of this. And Xu Huang, pop some of this. Taking out one of their generals because they fancied coming out early for whatever reason. Up to them, I guess. Now we can start to advance here. We're going to advance into the tree line to give us a little bit of extra protection. Xiao can come up too to give us some extra support in this area. You, I think, just hold there for now. These boys are taking some damage as they come in, but they're going to be invaluable in punching through here. In we go. You form here. They want to come out and fight us. They can come out and fight us. Absolutely more than welcome to. I want you here. You're going to be here. Good on you. Right, you boys coming up. We'll take that fight there. Cao Cao is killing. Xu Huang can do another one of his. You advance here. Our arrows are now coming in. We've got some counter archer fire. We'll start to bring them down in numbers, which will be good. You boys. Yeah, I need you to rush that gap. I need you to rush that gap. We've got some Chung warriors there. In you go. You rush that gap. And you come here. So they're going to rush straight through here, which is fine. Charge. You advance in here and go, 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 go. Charge. Charge. Push through, push through, push through. Here they have some really, really solid infantry. So it's going to take a minute or two to chuck through. But when we do, we'll have them. Is our cavalry in position? Our cavalry is in position. So we have a gap on this side here. We're just always looking for a gap. What the piss are you doing? Get in here, you fools. We're looking for a gap where we can push through and exploit our cavalry, right? So in you go, lads. We now have a gap here, so we can just punch through with cavalry very, very shortly. Come on. Come on. In. Flames. You've still got a minute to go before we can use that. I think, Tao, you come over here, though. And... Come on, my man. I want to roar. I want to roar. I want to see them falter. Jen's sword guard coming up. Boys, if you don't mind, let's have these guys die. Push here. You guys have got the rear charge here. We're starting to get pretty damn wobbly, though. So, in we come. In we come. They are on the wall. I want 1, 2 to not go that way. I want 1, 2 straight into this mess here. Unfortunately, some of our lads are running there. You're going to come in here. Right. Shuhong. Charge. Charge. Get in the fight now. Get in the fight. In we go. Shuhong. Excellent job. You're back. Get in here. Get in here. Right. Our cav will smash them. These cav are coming right into the thick of this fight, but it's fine. They're the Tiger and Leopards. They can deal with it. If they were other shot cav, I wouldn't really encourage that type of maneuvering. I'd try and be a little bit more precise. But for this job, they will be fine. Cao, deal with them. You have broken them, so let's advance. Charge, 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 charge. Focus on them. You and you. We're pushing down here at top speed now, boys. Top speed. Archers, advance. We're going to need your support. You and you. In we go. Go, 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 go. Go. Charge, charge, charge. Charge. Advance. Shuhuang, you two. Go this way. You, cavalry. Down here. Charge. You, boys. Can you just cross that, maybe? Or is it going to take a little bit too much effort? Alright, so we smashed them into oblivion. Fantastic. Keep riding them down. Keep riding them down. You guys, in you come. We've got a good push happening here. All of you, go forward. Throw yourselves forward. Cao Cao's lost his horse. That's going to slow things up, but this is a siege, so speed isn't everything. Smash in here. And do some of this as well. Forward, forward, forward. Cavalry, forward, forward, forward. Ride, ride, ride. Right, in they go. My archers coming in here. You boys, keep on advancing. Shinyo, up you come. Take all of this ground. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Right. Cav. Cav. What the fuck are you doing? Get back in here. Get back in here and deal with them. Right. They will be dealt with. All of these archers here. Yeah, I want you here. You and you. I want you here. We'll deal with those crossbows. Push forward. Xu Huang. Deal with them. Actually, no. Cao Cao, deal with them. You're off your horse. You, forward. You, up here. You and you. Go, 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 go. All of you guys, push forward. Throw yourselves forward. Throw yourselves forward. Archers, shoot. Archers, shoot. Go. Charge forward. You can help. Cao Cao there. You guys, smash them into oblivion, please. Come on. It's just saber infantry. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Good men. Okay. Now, see if we can get a really quick cavalry charge up there. So if we all head up round here, yeah, we'll take some casualties, but we should be able to push through. We are losing casualties to their archers, but we've broken them, which is the important thing. Yeah, we're going to lose a lot of casualties to that. Keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. We've got to keep momentum going, which means Xu Huang has to stay in this fight. Get up here and smash this. You're back. Good. I want you shooting them. Right. This fight here. Pop this. Make people unbreakable. You advance up here. Rest of you guys, focus. Yeah, I don't know how well we're going to do that. Army is getting split. We need to keep pushing. We need to keep pushing. Good. Back you come. Back up here. This cavalry is almost threatening, which is going to split them up. They have wobbled. So 1, 2, 3. Up you come. Go, 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 go. Push forward. They'll chase them. We don't need you either. You can come up here. Yes, keep going forward. Keep going forward. Keep going forward. Back here. Take this ground. Don't let them have it. Smash in here. You boys, dig in. That's going to be a little bit of a fight until the reinforcements arrive. Cavalry, how are we doing? These guys are not going to make it to them. Bloody Onyx dragons are tough. That's a shame. It's worth doing, though. Just in case. Just in case. Roar. Smash. Archers, shoot. Archers, shoot. Everyone else, Cao Cao, I need you to be there really bloody quickly, mate. Really bloody quickly. Because the morale is starting to shatter. Come on, focus them down. Spear guards, they're just flying riders. We can deal with them. Our archers are starting to deal with their archers. These guys are approaching. In we go, in we go. Not you, though, not you. You don't shoot at them. Look what you can do. No. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, advance. Here, take this ground. Take this ground. Charge, charge, charge. You boys, yes, shoot them. Very nice. I'll tell you what, you can shoot them as well. Charge them, charge them. Bollocks. Still, we pinned them, we killed half of them, so that's alright. That's pretty good, actually. You lads. Form here. So this is bloody. This siege is bloody. Like I said, the AI wouldn't normally have this number of troops. But for now we're fine. Now I'm just sending these guys. Shio, need you to go forward. Cao Cao and all advance here. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. This is ours. Advance. Advance, advance, advance. Take this. Xu Huang, take it, take it, take it. Good man. Excellent. Right up here, take it. Nicely done. You can help him take this more quickly. Quickly now, quickly now, quickly now. All of you. Forward. So I'll drop some of this. See if we can just encourage them to be less bloody wussy about things. Ride. You. Do you know what? Take him out. Take him out. Actually, they got some crossbows there. Come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Go. You, archers, shoot. You boys, come down here. You boys, come down here. You, shoot at them. Excellent job. Good man, you're straight in there. That's what we want to see. Good. Stay on them. Stay on them. Then it's just Kong Rong. Alright, we're smashing them to bits. We're going to take this ground. Very, very quickly and efficiently. Don't worry about the fire there. They've buggered off. Back you come. All of you chaps up here now. Moving into the center. Advance. Take. Right. Yeah. You want to keep chasing them down, please. Just because they'll be really bloody annoying if they come back. You can come up here too. You stay on them. You stay smashing his face into his skull. You're on him. You focus on the Onyx Dragons. In we go. You guys are going to come into the Onyx Dragons too. Shu Huang, you're in dire straits, my man. But we have them. Bang! Oh, Shu Huang hits so hard. And he causes fear as well. Which is quite nice. They've broken. They've just got some crossbows left. Go on, focus on him now. Let's go. Victory! And it is done. So, of course it's Pyrrhic victory. Of course it's bloody. But it works. It works pretty much every time. And like I said, the AI very rarely has that many defenders against you. But even up against defenders where the odds are basically 2-1 in their favor, even though, you know, the numbers are only very slightly in their favor, you should win. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time for another one. Bye-bye.